Hello, my name is Mike Penny and I'm lead chaplain for Activate Learning Colleges, and we're here today to remember a very special group of people. Now, I'm wearing 4 symbols today, and symbols are very important if we know what they mean. There's a symbol on my tie. It's a tie of Welsh rugby, 100 years of Welsh rugby, because I'm Welsh and rugby is my relaxation. I'm wearing my wedding ring. That's a symbol of my love for my wife, and we've been married 45 years this year, so that's fantastic. I'm wearing the cross of Christ because I'm a Christian, and I became a Christian when I was like some of your ages, I suppose, about 17. But the one I want to talk about today is the little one, the poppy. Because this time of year, lots of people wear poppies. So why do they wear poppies? Basically, it's a tribute to people of the First World War who died in northern France, in Flanders. And there's a lovely poem called Flanders Fields. And if you've never read it, I would read it. And maybe you could study it if you're doing English or some other subject like that. And Flanders Fields is covered with poppies. And that's where a lot of people died in the trenches of the First World War. In fact, there were 60 million people, 60 million soldiers who fought in that First World War, and I think well over 9 million were killed. Figures vary depending on your source, so do some checking up. There's a bit of research, you can do that. In the Second World War, 75 million people died. About 20 million were in the military. That meant something like 55 civilians died. That was an incredibly different situation from the First World War. So Remembrance Day is a memorial day observed in the Commonwealth member states since the end of the First World War. And it's important for us to realise that we have our freedom today because people died, fought and died for it. And these people came from all around the world to fight in Europe to give us our freedom. They were Muslims, they were Hindus, they were Buddhists, they were Jews, there were people of no faith, as well as Christians, that all came together for this fight for freedom. And we must value that. You know, today there are still a number of countries in the world where people do not have freedom, and especially women. Some countries give men their freedom, but some do not give their women their freedom. Now I want to talk about just 2 little sayings. One came from the war in the East, Burma, which fought against the Japanese. And this is what they said: when you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today. And they certainly did. I've had a wonderful life in this country, and I can thank people like my father who fought in the war. And we remember people, not only people who died, but people who fought. Not only in the First World War and the Second World War, there was the Vietnam War, and there was a little skirmish called the Suez Crisis. And my cousin Les died in the Suez Crisis. So I always remember him at this time of year. But there's a little village between Reading and Oxford called Aldworth. And Lawrence Binney lives there, and his grave is marked because he wrote these words: they shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. We will now listen to the last post, traditional piece played on a bugle at the graveside of a soldier. We'll then have a minute's silence in which you may care to think and remember those people who died to give you your freedom, and to thank God for them, and to thank God for the freedom that you have. At the end of the silence, the bugle will play again. That last bugle piece was rather cheerful, wasn't it? Lively. It's called the Reveille. And what it is, it's the wake-up. It's the wake-up that they call. And actually, it's very significant because in Christian circles it symbolises resurrection, the waking up from the dead. So although all these people died, we do believe they will come back alive, just as Jesus came back alive. So we think about Jesus and we think about that prayer he gave to his disciples. And I want to use just the first half of that prayer. If you know it, you can join in. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. I'm going to stop there. Christians pray that hundreds of times a year, thousands of times, millions of times, because that's our great desire, that God's kingdom will come on this earth, and it will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Because in that kingdom, well, what was it the angel said to the shepherd when Jesus was born? Peace on earth and goodwill towards all men. And we've still not got there. And we've still not got there because our love is still too restrictive. But we can all help in bringing goodwill to all men and to all women. Little piece of advice, you can help because all you need to do is be kind to the person you don't like and be patient with that person who irritates you. If you do that, you'll do well and you'll help peace come on earth. May God bless you all. Thank you. Amen.